The Colombian government announced that the FBI will play a significant role in next year's presidential elections, as it will help the Colombian National Police to prevent any type of hack to the electoral system. This announcement comes a couple of days after Colombian intelligence agency reported that the country is a major target for many cyber criminals around the world, which are essentially planning to sabotage the political event and increase the political crisis that the South American nation has been experiencing over the last few months. Of course, this is a very interesting move. This is a very interesting move because we need to take into consideration that Colombia essentially wants to prevent any type of fraud which has been occurring in several nations all across the region over the last few years. We're talking about countries such as Venezuela, Mexico, and even Colombia has been experiencing this significant issue, which is essentially fraud, something that caused a major political crisis, something that, of course, Colombia wants to avoid at any cost, and so was the US, because we need to take into consideration that Colombia has always been one of the main allies of Washington in the region. So preventing this type of situation from taking place is crucial for the Biden administration. On the other hand, what the government of President Iván Duque is trying to do is to prevent claims of fraud from one populist leader, which is essentially left-wing candidate Gustavo Petro. The reason why he wants to avoid this situation from taking place is because we have been watching over the last few years how some of the most notorious populist leaders tend to claim that the political event, that the presidential election was fraudulent, to increase the polarization and make people believe that the candidate in question was the winner. Something that, as we watch in the United States, can cause a lot of damage, a lot of crisis. So the government of President Iván Duque is trying to prevent this situation at all costs. Of course, this threat that Colombia is experiencing, we can't say is something new, because we have watched how some cyber criminals from all around the world sabotage political elections in almost every single country, including the United States, where we can remember that it was revealed that Russia played a significant role by sabotaging the Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. And this also took place in the Catalonian referendum in Spain, as well in many other countries, including some South American countries like Bolivia, where some cyber criminals group, especially from Russia, tried to sabotage the election and created a massive, and I'm talking about a massive, political crisis. So this situation makes perfect sense. Basically, the whole Colombian political spectrum agrees that the FBI should play a role by supporting the national police to prevent anything wrong from happening. So this is a very interesting situation that we are going to see how it evolves next year, where Colombia will enter one of the most decisive presidential elections in its history, considering the political crisis that the country is currently experiencing and the threat of a populist rise. Reporting from Medellin, Colombia, Luis Orozco, Newsweek.